Okay, so you've seen AI that can write an email, right? Big deal. We're talking about something entirely different. We're talking about AI that can build the entire company for you. I'm not kidding. This is a new wave of AI that doesn't just spit out text, it takes action. It automates your workflows. It can literally launch a new business from the ground up. This is what we call AGENTIC AI, and it's a total game changer.
So, what does that really mean, this shift? Well, think about it like this. For a while now, AI has been like a calculator. You punch in a command, it gives you an answer. It's a passive tool. But now, we're moving to AI as an active partner, an agent, something that you can give a complex goal to, and it just goes and does it. And this whole massive transition really boils down to one simple but really powerful question.
I mean, just let that sink in for a minute. What if AI could build your entire business? The ambition here just went from 0 to 100. We're not just talking about automating one little task anymore. We're talking about automating the whole shebang, the entire enterprise. And listen, this isn't some far-off sci-fi dream.
No, this is happening right now as we speak. You've got solo developers out there, folks with an idea, using these AI agents to build and launch apps in days, not months or years. And on the flip side, you have some of the biggest banks in the world using them to run incredibly complex financial operations. The impact is already here. You can literally measure it in hours saved, and more importantly, in cold, hard cash.
Okay, so how does this actually work? How do you go from just an idea, a simple text prompt, to a real profitable business? The journey starts with this really cool concept that's completely changing who can be a creator. It's called vibe coding.
Yeah, vibe coding. The CEO of a company called Replit came up with it, and it's honestly the perfect way to describe what's happening. The whole idea is you don't need to know a single line of code anymore. Forget Python, forget JavaScript. All you have to do is describe the vibe of what you want. The feeling, what it's supposed to do, the main goal. You just explain it in plain English, and the AI agent, it just builds it for you.
And this isn't just some cute idea, right? This is a proven, massively profitable business model. That company I mentioned, Replit, they went all in on this agentic approach. They made it their mission to let anyone build with just simple prompts. And what it did for their revenue? Well, it was absolutely staggering. I mean, just look at these numbers. They speak for themselves, don't they? By giving their users these AI agents, Replit's revenue shot up from $10 million to $100 million in just a few months. That's a 10x jump. That is the kind of explosive financial power you unlock when you completely tear down the technical barriers to creating something new.
So what this really means is that the wall between having a great idea and actually building a tech startup has just crumbled. Think about it. A designer who has this amazing idea for a new photo app, or a doctor who needs a specific tool for their patients, a teacher who wants to create an educational game. Before, they'd have to go find a technical co-founder, raise money. It was a whole thing. Now, they don't need one. The AI agent is their technical co-founder.
But look, this isn't just a story about startups and solo entrepreneurs. That's only half the picture. The exact same shift is happening at the complete other end of the scale. We're talking inside the biggest companies on the planet. This is the enterprise AI revolution, and it is happening on a truly massive scale.
And you know something is a really big deal when a major outlet like TechRadar straight up calls it the next internet era shift. That's not small praise. And they said that about Amazon Web Services launching a new platform called Agent Core, which is all about building these AI agents for big companies. The signal here couldn't be clearer. This is being seen as a shift as fundamental as the internet itself.
And it's not just Amazon in this game. You've got two huge players really shaping this new market. On one hand, you've got AWS with Agent Core, and they're aiming squarely at huge enterprises. Their goal is to automate entire, super complex departments. Think finance, HR, the big stuff. And on the other hand, you have OpenAI. They're helping companies like Stripe and Box build these really specific, custom agents that do one thing perfectly, like analyzing financial data in real time.
So let's just get one thing crystal clear. This is not some future tech. It's not an experiment. It's not a beta test you have to sign up for. Agentic AI is real. It's production ready, and it's being trusted with absolutely mission-critical work inside major corporations today.
Okay, so this is all pretty mind-blowing, right? But the big question is, how do you actually use this stuff? What does this mean for you, for your business, or for that idea you've been kicking around? Well, let's get into your playbook. Here's how you can start.
Right now, there are basically two clear paths forward, depending on who you are. Path number one, you're a solo creator, a founder, a startup. For you, it's all about speed. You're going to go to a platform like Replit, start that vibe coding, and get a prototype of your idea running like tomorrow. Just use simple prompts and test it fast. Path number two, you're in a bigger, scaling business or an enterprise. For you, the game is all about efficiency. You're going to dive into the documentation for AWS or OpenAI, find that one super annoying, expensive, repetitive job in your company, and build an agent to completely automate.
So, we're going to leave you with this one question to think about. You've just seen what's possible now, from literally building a startup with a sentence to automating huge chunks of a corporation. So, take a second and think about your own world, your business, your job, that next big idea you have. If an AI agent could just instantly take over one piece of it, what would you have it do first? Because whatever your answer is, that's not just a daydream. That's your blueprint for building your very first AI agent.